Who will guarantee that you will do that?
Jadi kalau bahas capres, janjinya soal-soal ini kayak it's really related to my major. Nambah di packagingnya, jadi misalnya 1 kilo tuh yang biasanya 50.000, kita bisa misalnya 80.000 dengan packagingnya kayak beras Solok asli gitu, nggak cuma di karung aja misalnya.
But tidak pernah ada follow upin sedikit pun setelah pelatihan itu. Lu bisa posting di Instagram kah? Berapa peningkatan hasilnya?
Mengajak community to make the program sustainable.
Apa kata mereka? Apa kata mereka? Apa kata mereka? Dan apa kata mereka?
Saya ingin memberikan yang terbaik untuk orang tua saya.
Jauh-jauh kuliah, terus pemadam juga.
Pengen membuktikan bahwasanya saya tidak tua.
Gimana nih kalau seandainya guru bahasa Inggrisnya IELTS-nya 4,5? Jadi pengkhianat bangsa.
Cepat kaya datang ke TEM.
Oke, itu janji yang diberikan pada LPDP, tetapi who will guarantee that you will do that?
Myself, like, because it's not only my promise to LPDP, but it's also my promise to myself, my promise to my parents, and yeah, that's the consequence, that's the fee that we have to pay. Karena kalau WHV we have to spend like I think 2 years full working until we can pay the tuition fee in Australia as an international students. Tapi dengan LPDP negara mau membayarkan tuition fee kita, semua yang ditanggung negara, jadi kayak ya why not? That's our responsibility to pay back.
What if? Nah, what if ya? Jika you get offer from, for example, NGO or organization in Australia to stay for internship or work over, what are you gonna do?
Of course, I will accept it because LPDP will allow their students to have the 2 years work and internship with the organizations or company from the country we're coming from.
It's supposed to be in line with your subject, or we can, yeah.
Yes, it's supposed to be in line with our subject.
Okay. And then, if not in line, I know in Melbourne is such a lot of LPDP already stay there and don't want to come back to Indonesia. If you see that, or you meet with someone, what you gonna do as a awardee?
Maybe just let them because I think like this we already adult and mature enough to make decisions, and that's their responsibility. But one thing that I have to make sure is myself. So if I see someone that's not coming back, so I just like okay, just letting them go.
It's not gonna be your business anyway.
Yes. That's,
yeah. Sure.
This is not my business. I mean, like, what I'm responsible is myself, is my promise, my responsibility to LPDP. So that's what I'm going to fulfill. Maybe just like asking them why not coming back, and then like maybe encourage them a little bit to come back together.
Oke, nah Ilhamda ini alumni IPB jurusan kesejahteraan keluarga.
Bukan, komunikasi dan pengembangan masyarakat.
Komunikasi dan pengembangan masyarakat. Ini jurusan S2-nya tepat sekali diambil International Developing Practice. Ini mau belajar apa sih sebenarnya di sana?
It's actually a really good major, like with talking about gender and development, like how the government see the program is based on gender, so that the family and all the community could be involved in the program itself. And the second, like we also study about the advocation, public policy, and then in evaluation of the community development program, and everything about the development of the community. Jadi kalau bahas capres janjinya soal-soal ini kayak it's really related to my major. Yep.
Oke, jadi ya kita tahu banyak komunitas suku etnis di Indonesia ini apakah akan bekerja untuk misalkan perempuan masyarakat adat Minangkabau ya, yang sekarang dititipin dari aturan adatnya bahwa dia sebagai pemegang kekuasaan atas harta warisan ya, sawah misalnya. Nah ini pendampingan atau risetnya akan sejauh itu kan nanti?
Yes, I'm planning to do my thesis because we have really unique culture. Like most of the culture have men as the role of the warisan itu ya bang ya. But we are matrilineal, which is really unique and interesting. So I think I will study about that to learn deeper about my culture and also about my kampung halaman.
So, how significant that subject you will learn in Monash University will impact to the society, especially in West Sumatra?
Wow, pertanyaan kayak interviewer LPDP ya. Ini aku seleksi lagi nih. I think it's really significant because first, what I will learn in the Monash itself is about how development include the culture also as well, not only about the government program ini program itu, but also what's the people need. Karena kan misalnya kalau di Minangkabau yang memegang kekuasaan itu perempuan misalnya, jadi yang diikut sertakan di pelatihan atau program penyuluhan, nah it's supposed to be a woman as well gitu. Jadi make the program more persis, like lebih tepat gitu.
Nah ini juga akan mengacu kepada public policy yang akan dibuat oleh pemerintah, berarti kebijakan-kebijakan, program-program. Jadi suara Iin ini posisi di pemerintah seperti apa nih? Suara seorang Iin nanti.
Yes, after graduate, I'm planning to encourage the farmer group. Jadi like for long term, maybe I will build like a socio-agripreneur group. Jadi kelompok tani yang kita bisa gerapkan bersama-sama, kerjasama sama dinas pertanian juga. Gimana mereka tuh nggak cuma bertani, tapi juga bisa mengolah pertaniannya langsung. Jadi nggak cuma jual beras misalnya, tapi mereka bisa nambah di packagingnya. Jadi misalnya 1 kilo tuh yang biasanya 50.000, kita bisa misalnya 80.000 dengan packagingnya kayak beras Solok asli gitu, nggak cuma di karung aja misalnya, kayak like something like added value on the product, and then the strengthening the community. I think it's going to be a really huge part on empowerment of the community.
It sounds good, right? But the fact, ya, dalam peraturan perundang-undang itu pemerintah tidak akan memfollow up seperti apa, misalnya gini, you got the budgeting untuk empowering community, there is no budget for follow up. Jadi maksudnya gini, misalkan dikasih budget nih, ini dikasih budget oleh pemerintah. You wanna pick the phone first? Don't know the phone? Okay. Biasalah ya. Misalnya handphone ini jamnya Apple nih, hasil WiFi ya. Tidak dipungkiri. Aduh. Nah, kita kembali ke topik yang berat tadi. Nanti you akan belajar policy. Nah di undang-undang itu nggak diatur ya. Saya pernah diskusi dengan salah seorang pakar undang-undang S3 di Macquarie University dan juga namanya Bang Miko Kamal tentunya ya. Nah undang-undang Indonesia nggak mengatur follow up dari sebuah program. Yang jelas ini anggaran 1 triliun habis sudah, whatever the result after you spend 1 triliun rupiah, we don't care. Tugas kita sebagai pemerintah hanya menyalurkan bantuan. Contoh UMKM yang seabrek-abrek itu ya, itu nggak bakalan dilihat apakah misalkan pelatihan. Saya pernah dapat pelatihan namanya pelatihan startup. Bunyinya keren banget ya. Startup. Terus dilatih lah para emak-emak tukang bikin PY, MP, yang bikin komunitas rendang apa segala macam tentang startup. But tidak pernah ada follow upin sedikit pun setelah pelatihan itu. Lu bisa posting di Instagram kah, berapa peningkatan hasilnya, berapa nambah jumlah income setiap bulannya dengan Anda dilatih tersebut. There is no follow up at all. Nah, you yang akan belajar nanti di Monash, bagaimana Anda menyuarakan ini kepada pemerintah?
Yep, it's actually really related to the subject that I will take in maybe 2 weeks lagi. I will learn about designing and implementing community development program. Jadi itu nama subjeknya, yang mana like I think it is really interesting about the status quo of our country. I think it's most of province like city have the same cases. Jadi what I can do is that first I will study and learn and have a discussion with the lecturer and with my college about that's the things that happen. And I think after learning and after coming back, I think this is my role, this is my responsibility as well, and our part in the government to help. Karena kan government sometimes they already give the money itself, and then for the monitoring evaluation, it is our part to mengajak community to make the program sustainable. So I think untuk monitoring dan keberlanjutannya itu bisa dimanfaatkan dari kelompok emak-emak tadi, dan juga nanti pemberdayaan masyarakatnya gimana itu bisa berkelanjutan dan bisa membawa kesejahteraan.